You kicking us off?
Got our dummy mics. Check, make sure they're on.
Check.
You want to kick it?
Yeah, you kick it.
Welcome back to another episode. We don't have like intro music.
We
don't.
Yeah, I put together. You don't even listen to the podcast. Just kidding.
I haven't. No, I need to listen to more podcasts. We have intro music.
Yep.
We've got
a title screen.
We've got a title screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we don't have like one of those intro messages though.
No.
Say
this
the same
is
thing
mission
every
yeah.
time.
No, we should.
Okay.
We should. We can
Maybe
come up with something
point.
clever.
We're only on episode 12, so.
Yeah. Has anybody watched all the episodes? Other than Reg.
Yeah, thanks, Reg. My mom, probably.
Probably. She's a big fan, actually. It's good,
cool.
though.
Well, welcome back to another episode of the Utah Rental Property Insider. I'm one of your hosts, Nate Kilpack.
I'm Parker Nelson, your other host.
Yeah, we do real estate stuff.
Sometimes.
So, let's get into today's topic. So we're talking about Utah County growth and also what you should be investing in 2026.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Cool. I guess to kick things off, I mean, Utah County, we specifically work in the Utah County, so we're not going to give necessarily stats on Salt Lake or anything like that. But as far as between 2024 and 2025, Utah County itself grew 26%. So roughly under 140,000 people moved to Utah County last year.
That's in a single year.
It's in a single year.
Jeez.
And those numbers, that's a lot of numbers.
That's
a lot
crazy.
of people moving. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen next year. And it's like, how can we sustain that?
Right?
That'd be madness.
Yeah. With that, though, we have found that people have been moving to, I guess, the top 3 specific cities here in Utah County. Going to be Saratoga Springs, Eagle Mountain, Lehigh, and Vineyard, American Fork, and Mapleton are all close runner-ups. But Lehigh is actually on the top 15 chart for one of the fastest growing cities right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lehigh is interesting. It's one of the cities in Utah that has a huge geographic area. So if you compare like Orem and Provo, which are two of the other big cities in Utah County, they're huge. Provo's massive. It goes super far west and super far east, so it's huge. And Orem is also that same way. But Lehigh, it goes basically the same east to west as Orem and Provo, but it goes way farther west because it goes past the lake. So the cutoff for Provo is the lake, but it just keeps going. Mm-hmm. And there's just so much. Like where the old prison was at, that's part of like where Draper is going to be growing into the next few years.
Yep.
But Lehigh has just a huge land, a lot of land that they're developing right now.
Yeah. That was one of the big kickers, was the available land in those areas, just being able to expand. I could see us, Saratoga Springs, pretty much wrapping around that whole lake.
Yep.
There's push for a bridge to come along there.
Yep.
I think Utah City is planning on trying to make a man-made island.
Yep.
To do like neighborhoods on. So kind of like Dubai does it. Seattle has their little island of homes, but I don't believe that one's man-made. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's tons of islands there. But yeah. Is that there's a company that reached out a few years ago it wasn't specifically to Utah City or Vineyard, but it was just for Utah Lake specifically to basically their deal was we're going to remove all the waste from Utah Lake to make it a usable, like really nice lake to use. And for trade for that, they want to build an island that becomes their real estate. So
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll see if it actually.
Yeah. If it's cleaning up the lake and makes it usable, I mean, it's kind of a good trade-off.
Yeah, they've had Utah Lake's always had like a major algae issue for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And a lot of like dumping and just people just putting
stuff in there. Yeah. I do remember my dad always telling me about that when we drive by it. He's like, yeah, nobody really uses that lake though. I'm like, It's a nice lake. I'm like, that's a lot of water.
It's shallow in some places, but it's a ton of, it's a huge lake. So I remember growing up, used to catch catfish and stuff out of there, and we go boating in there. But prefer Deer Creek.
Yeah.
A little colder, but.
Well, then I guess we could say another area that's booming off is Vineyard.
Yeah.
Vineyard had about a 10,000 population growth within the last year. And with that, we've kind of talked about it, and it seems to be a neighborhood trend that like Vineyard's kind of become like the singles area. Like a lot of singles are moving over there, young families. Why do you think that?
I don't know. I don't even know why it started. I think so. FIG, the Fourplex Investment Group, they started buying land in there around 2010, and they started building these fourplexes. And there's just like cheap living there, and it's close enough to be able to get to like a UVU or something like that. And then it's also close to the freeway, where if you're working in Silicon Slopes in Lehigh, Draper area, that you could get there. So I think commuting wise, it was a big draw. And then also just like new, cheaper housing that you can go rent with a couple buddies or something like that.
Yeah.
Is where it started. And then it kind of has just been this thing over the past 10 years. It's grown more and more into that. So I don't know.
I think the new builds have been a good push for them. A lot of 3-4 bedrooms, so people are able to split that rent and still have a good sizable unit too.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're crammed into a small space. And a lot of people graduate from UVU or BYU and still want to stay close to things they're familiar with, and Vineyard's a good area for that. You're still right by the mouth of the canyon, and you're a little bit closer to Salt Lake in a sense, and
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
As far as investing goes, what are some of the best places to invest in starting, this year, end of this year, and through next year? Let's talk about that and chat through what categories, if you're a new investor, what you'd want to look at. Something that is going to be a little, maybe more like deferred maintenance kind of situation, just because you're going to be able to get closer to cash flow without a ton of money down, or buying new, and the strategies for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think?
Well, as far as cities to invest in, I mean, if we're going based off of the 2025 growth, I mean, I'd go Lehigh, Saratoga, or Eagle Mountain. Eagle Mountain is going to supposedly be appreciating quite a bit in the next few years. My only negative side to it is it's so far off from the 15. It's like, unless your life is out there or you don't mind fighting the traffic to get to the 15, it's so far out there. And it's not like you're closer to the ski resorts or anything like that, So it just depends on the way of living, I guess.
For sure. Yeah, I think another one to add to that list is Mapleton. Spanish Fork, Mapleton have several really great newer communities. If you are going to be buying newer, have the money to be able to do a down payment that actually you can cash flow, which is going to be minimum probably 25%. Those are great communities. Those will be appreciating a lot in the next few years. So I know there's a few builders, Woodside, D.R. Horton, Edge has some properties down there that are worth looking at.
Yeah, we managed 2 units right there that we picked up in the last few months.
Yeah.
That one of them, the neighborhood's still being built out. So.
Yeah, it's out the mouth of Spanish Fork Cane, so by the windmills. Kind of a cool area. But.
Yeah, it is. You got Spanish Fork Reservoir over there and Fitzwater Hot Springs.
Yeah,
I like it over there.
Pretty cool.
Good fall drives.
Yeah, for sure.
But one area, like we keep going back to Lehigh, where they're calling it, what are they calling it now? The Tech Center?
Oh, yeah. Silicon Slopes is the nickname. And they were, given like a decade ago. But but there's just tons of tech companies there and just tons of work. So I'd say a large majority of ages, 25 to 40 work in Lehigh area and the Silicon Slopes area for these tech companies. And
I used to think that Adobe building was just a front.
Oh, yeah.
For the longest time, because I would come visit up here, and so just driving past it, like I saw it get built and stuff like that. And then years after, I'm like, I've never seen a car in that parking lot. Like, there's no way Adobe's actually using this building right now. But now that I've been here more, I've seen it in use.
Cabela's is right there.
Cabela's is right there. It used to just be Cabela's right over there.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the old job 10 years ago with the family business in communications, we set up their communication like repeater systems for the radio system back in the day. So this is when they were building their newest building, which was 10 years ago now.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
But yeah, that whole area is growing so much, and there's been so many high-rise office buildings that have gone.
A lot of office buildings going up over there. Yeah. So if I was going to invest in 2026, if you're giving let's just go with the 3 top choices based off the growth from last year.
You give yours, I'll give mine.
If I wanted to buy a house, live in it. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to live in it for 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
Which area do you think you're picking?
Well, me is Provo. I like being right by the canyon, so northeast Provo is where I would go. I also really like the Orem Riverwoods area, Orem Provo Riverwoods. So it's kind of where I grew up. So it's what I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some really great neighborhoods in that area. If I was going to live there for a long time, raise the kids, raise the family.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would choose. Another great neighborhood, though, if you're wanting to go away a little bit, is going to be like the Highland area. So it's actually part of it is still technically Lehigh. There's a D.R. Horton community, I believe, that's right there, right off of Timpanogos Highway. In the Silicon Slopes, it's going to be on the north side of Timpanogos Highway, which is a really cool community.
Oh yeah.
They got views. They're close to everything.
Yeah.
So I think that's a cool place.
Yeah. That's a pretty drive too, kind of up to there.
Yeah. American Fork Canyon.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
You get the reservoir up there too.
Yeah.
In the summers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh man.
If you're buying a house right now.
I'm buying a house right now. Utah County wise, I'd probably go Vineyard.
Yeah.
Just
that makes sense for you.
People my age live there.
Single.
Young single people live there, and the lake is really pretty. Beautiful sunsets.
Yeah.
Our newest unit we got, that sunset right there on the water is beautiful.
It's incredible.
Yeah. That one's really, really pretty. But yeah, just going off the growth there, I think it's
a good investment.
It's a good investment. You're still by the freeway. I have noticed a lot of young families over there too.
Yeah.
So, but it's a lot of townhomes. A lot of townhomes, condos over there. So maybe something a little bit smaller. If you're not looking for a yard or anything like that. But,
yeah, less maintenance.
Yeah.
Well, cool. As far as investing goes, if you're looking at 2 options, meaning that you're wanting to maybe buy a property that's a little bit older, has some deferred maintenance, maybe looking for a seller finance deal to be able to get better cash flow, I'd still just say downtown Provo is going to be one of my go-to options. There's just going to be a big enough variety. There's parts of Orem too that I'd say that would be a good fit for that. There's just such a high demand for these areas, and it's just so easy to find renters.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to avoid anywhere close to the Provo Mall.
Okay.
I don't know if you know that area very well.
Oh, Provo Mall.
Yeah,
okay.
Provo Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's for whatever reason that the area is just like kind of gone downhill, and like the draw for renters to go to the area has also gone down. So I think it's a mix of those things.
Okay.
A little bit harder to rent. Properties are old too, so that would be tricky. But if you're gonna go new, so that if you're buying old, you maybe need a little bit less down. There's gonna be more maintenance costs though, so your overall cash flow would be affected by that. But if you're gonna buy new, which I think is also a great strategy, where would you buy?
Well, there's not a whole lot of new builds going up in
Orem, Provo.
In Provo. Yeah. But if I was going new and renting was my main objective, I would, thinking of the units that we've had that have rented the fastest, I'd probably go back to Vineyard.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of people renting out there. Lehigh, maybe, but I feel like more people are buying in Lehigh to live in Lehigh rather than to rent. But you could also use that as an opportunity that like the tech hub, all those people are probably just going to go and rent for a year or rent by the room
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
you know, living with your coworkers or, you know, trying to keep costs down and build up a company too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Go Vineyard or Lehigh. If I
Dude.
was looking to specifically buy to rent.
Same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. So awesome.
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it for today.
All right. Happy 2026.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Hopefully one of you guys buys an investment property this year.
Yeah. Go do it.
Go do it.
We'll teach you how to manage it if you want to do it yourself or if you want to partner with us to have us manage it.
Yeah. We'll see what we can do.
Thanks.
Bye.